Hi, my name is Ariana Enriquez. I am a senior here at Chandler High School in Chandler, Arizona. I am a finalist for Region E with my design, Land of Milk and Moose. On the morning of December 23rd is when I received a letter saying that I was a finalist for Region E, and I was very excited. It was probably the best early Christmas gift I could ever hope for. I also went on the website as well to see how it would look on there, and it was really nice to see my name and then a picture of my design right under that. When I first got the cow, I think that's the first time that the contest felt real. The reality didn't set in until I opened the door and saw this huge 8x5 foot cow sitting there. I feel like nothing brings you back to reality but an 8x5 foot cow. It was really overwhelming at first, especially to see that it was all white and that in a couple months' time it had to be painted. So I was really excited to get started and to see how it would all turn out. The inspiration in my design revolves around the idea of sustainability. Instead of focusing on traditional red, white, and blue, I wanted to go green. Thus, since the theme is American ingenuity, I wanted to focus on this theme in the present. And in my design, I included inventions that we have created or used that serve as alternative forms of energy, such as wind farms, and also hydroelectric dams, which allowed me to use cascading waves of milk that show really nice line work throughout my design, and also solar panels as well. This in turn all wraps around my design and connects with a hardworking farmer. And his hands wrap all the way around to the other side, and they hold soil and seeds in the earth. This signifies how we are using new technology and sustainability together with traditional methods such as farming in order to make America more sustainable. I may use this piece of art in my International Baccalaureate portfolio as graders want to see growth throughout my journey. I have grown more in this process than I have in the past year. I am documenting everything in my investigation workbook, or IWB, that I will eventually turn in with my IB portfolio. I may not be able to use this piece to test with, but just experiencing the process is valuable in the International Baccalaureate program. So here is my IWB, and it's basically just allowing me to document my journey throughout this Art of Dairy process. So on this page, for example, I have sketches of the back side of my cow and the actual back, and it just notes things I want to change and just ideas that I have. So here's like the first draft of the back, and then it goes on to the second draft. And I reflect on everything that I've experienced so far, any ideas that I've had, and that just kind of goes on to the final design for the backside. At the beginning of this process, I had to decide how I was going to lay down the pencil work for my design. So we decided to roll it into a classroom, and we projected my design onto the cow in order for me to trace all of the shapes on it. So after tracing all the shapes, I had to match the backside to the front, and I ran into some problems because the hands didn't match up. They were initially over here, so I had to move them over in order to match with the farmer on the back. But after all that pencil work was done, it made it simple to go back in and paint. Upon starting to paint, I've never really used acrylics before, or I'm knowledgeable of the procedures in which to use them. Initially on canvases of this grand size, you're supposed to start with bigger spaces first, such as the sky, or the dirt on the bottom, or the green as well. Instead, I went in for the little details, such as the sustain on the bottom, or any of the little vines in the feet, as well as all the details on the tree and the leaves. But once I figured that out, it saved me a lot of time. I think that art in schools is essential and that it should be emphasized. It allows students to use different parts of their brain while also thinking in creative ways. I know that for me, art has allowed me to find a lot about myself. It's a constant challenge, but I have such a passion for it as well. I think that art can do the same for other students. It helps them to express themselves, gain confidence, discipline, and also to discover themselves. Being a finalist has had quite an effect on me. Being a finalist is pushing me to my greatest potential. It has taught me many things already, and it kind of has taught me that I can't hesitate or doubt myself, but that I just have to go for it. The cow has become my first priority at this time. Sometimes I feel like I live at school because I've spent so much time working on my cow, but I have absolutely loved being in this place as a finalist.